go. I think I got audio now. Oh my gosh. I know. I'm working on it. I'm working. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Am I echoing at all, or is it sound okay? Yay. All right. Well, I'll have to repeat all that. Hey, Allie. Hey, Vanessa. Hello, Eva, Holly, Johns, Go-Kart, Kathy, Aaron, Renee, KC, Laura Love, Jeanette, and I was talking a bunch. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Jen. Hey, Deep. Good to see you. And I was talking to Vanessa Flores saying, oh no, about she just didn't keep up with her continuing education. Now has to do her CCS over again. Well, I hope I make it a little easier for you this time. Hey, Trina. We got 3 weeks to get you in shape and ready for this exam, so we'll be okay. Hey, Victoria. Hey, Miggy. Good to see you. Hey, Jeanette. Hey, Ada. Hey, Go-Kart. Vanessa. Miggy. Kelly. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Rosh. No echo. Okay. Yes, echoing. No echoing. I hope not. Good. All right. I hope everybody's having a good week. I did find somebody to go with me for tomorrow night's Journey concert, so I'll have to push off the live for tomorrow night until Saturday. One of my boys' friends' mama is going to go with me. So that's at 7 o'clock here in Laughlin. I may go live with some of it during the concert, and then y'all can watch the Journey concert if anybody cares about Journey. The people that do like Don't Stop Believing and some other songs. Anyway, I got the tickets for my birthday, and so that's tomorrow night. And so I'll put the live off for Friday until then, but I can still do the duck class in the morning. So if anybody wants to get in a smaller class with me on YouTube tomorrow, I'm still going to do the duck class tomorrow at 8:30. And I'll make sure everybody gets a link emailed tonight in case they didn't get one. Boy, I had an awful time with my website. I don't know what was going on with it earlier in the week, but it was sending out emails like crazy for some reason. I just deleted everything off the site and stopped it because I was in a car moving and I couldn't fix whatever issue it was because I wasn't at home. So, I don't know. I got to go back and turn everything back on so that y'all can get some more emails because it was just being a nuisance. I apologize for that. I don't know what was going on. Any questions before we get started today? How's everybody doing? We're going to wish Laureen a lot of luck. She's going to take her exam on Saturday in person. Best of luck. Hey, Andrea. You've watched a lot of the videos, but new to the live. Awesome. Aw, well, I'm glad you got it rescheduled, and I hope you get to feeling better soon. Yep, we're going to do, it's 2 hours tomorrow. We'll do it from 8:30 to 10:30, and then I got to get back to work for a little while before I go to the Journey concert. You're welcome, Go-Kart. They don't want to do a letter for the removal, and I've been a biller for over 10 years. They said I'm not a coder. Yeah, but that's not the letter. The letter that they need you to write is the only thing it needs to say is one sentence, Yasmin. It just needs to say, and it could be a coworker, a friend from work, anything, but it just needs to say, I have seen Yasmin work with ICD-10, CPT, and HitPix codes in her daily duties for a year. That's all. Needs a signature, company letterhead at the top, send it to you in a PDF format, and then you send it to AAPC. Not that big of a deal, but that's cruel. That's all it needs to say. It doesn't need to say you are a coder. All it needs to say is that you work in all three of those books, or with those codes, of course, which you do as a biller. It's attached. It's there. You know what the codes are. You know if they're not appropriate, if that modifier shouldn't be there or not. Good gracious, you know more about it than we do. I don't use medical codes, or I'm not a coder either in my daily duties, but I audit them. It's so mean. But anyway. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just that one sentence. Maybe you've got a friend, a coworker, even a friend at a different facility that doesn't mind doing it. It doesn't have to be your immediate supervisor. No one's going to call your employer. It's not none of that. It's just silly. Just silliness. Yeah. That's just mean. This is UCLA too. Yeah. Because if they acknowledge that you do more than what you do, then and they put it in your HR file, then not that you're doing more, but that they acknowledge that you use the codes, then I don't know, pay raise might be involved and all that, but I don't know. They're just mean. People are mean. No one's licenses or anything is going to be ridiculous. That's just mean. First time in Duckies. Yay. It's a tough class. Last Friday, I know I discouraged a couple of people because the questions were pretty hard. But these are like really super difficult questions. So don't be disheartened if you get a lot of things wrong. It doesn't mean that you're not prepared. I'm just trying to prepare you for that 1 to 2% of questions that are on the exam that are super tricky, that are the worst of the worst questions. Most of the questions are easy, but if you're down to where you've taken the exam and you're getting a 68 or a 69 for the certification exam, you're 1 or 2 points away. If I can show you something super difficult that's on the exam that can make a difference, that's what I'm trying to raise you up at. So don't get too discouraged at tomorrow's duck class if you don't get anything right. But I'm also there to answer any questions you've got on any codes that you might have questions about, if I can, of course. Whatever I know, I'll let you know. How do I get my chat to be side by side and not under Jen's board? Good question. Have you tried doing full screen and rotating your screen? Where can I purchase replay of the workshop you did on Mother's Day? That is not that one. This one. Right here at medicalcodingbyjen.com. if you just come to my website and then you go to shop right there, and then we come right here to the third section, the purple right here. Here's the workshop. Thank you for becoming a member. I hope those added videos help you out a whole bunch. Right here is our workshop from Mother's Day. It's for 75 questions, all guideline related. When you purchase this, you'll download this PDF, and the last page of the PDF has the URL link for the YouTube video, and that's your replay right there. So that's it right there. I put the vocabulary terms from that workshop on that PDF that you can download, so that way you have something tangible in your hands, but also the link to the YouTube video is right there. So it's right there. Just checking chat. Latrice, that workshop club that you've got, you're going to have access to all my book prep videos and all the workshops if the workshops are older than 90 days. So as long as they're older than 90 days, then all those workshops will be there. And that's a great way to practice for the exam, because the workshops have about 75 questions I try to do in 3 hours, just in the same pace as the exam. So you can pause the screen, see the question, try to do it yourself, and then see if you got the answer right when you unpause the question and play the video. And I try to do them in concentrated areas where each workshop is just over one particular subject, or maybe two. But like musculoskeletal and integumentary, I think I did that in one. Sometimes I do male and female in one workshop. But they all will have some E&M questions in them also to help with that bigger section of the exam. So I hope that being part of the club helps out. Yay, thank you about the thumbs up. Yes, guys, that's awesome. I had a bunch of thumbs up for that, some of the workshops, but then when we replay them, it's like sometimes I don't know where all the thumbs up go. Sometimes they disappear. It's weird. Dawn, you think it's in the toolbar video? You can move chat. Oh, yeah, you can pop out chat and move it wherever you want to. That's right. Did you see your note on YouTube? No, I have not been able to. It's been crazy. Yep, I am going live this Saturday because I cannot go live this tomorrow on Friday. So I'm still trying to give you guys 3 free lessons a week. Since I'm in town and I'm home, it's just life has me super busy. I have tickets to the Journey concert. You know, I'm an 80s girl. Y'all can tell from my hair that I haven't changed my hairstyle since the 80s. But somebody gave me tickets to the Journey concert in town tomorrow night. So I'm going to go stand in the hot desert in 103 degrees and see the Journey concert outside tomorrow night. So I thought I'd go live Saturday. I'm shooting for 6:30. I'm trying my very best to get back. But I do have to go to Vegas on Saturday because my son just bought a car, but we need to sell his old car. And I have to take it to Vegas, which is a 4-hour drive on Saturday to go sell it, so that I can get paid back for the down payment I put down on his car for him because he hadn't sold his car yet. But anyway, I got to go recoup some money for that. So anyway, but I will be going live on Saturday. And it will take it again the 3rd time at the end of the year. You're going to do great, Latrice. 3rd time's going to be the charm. Yay, great. Hold on to any style long enough and it gets popular again. Doesn't it though? I mean, I went through the blowout people stage and the boy cut hairdos or the pixie cut hairdos. I've outlasted all those, and now everybody wants all this long curl stuff again. So now everybody's coming back around to this no mess fluff hairdo. Even some of those people on TikTok, I see them with their they're coming back into my own hairstyle now. So I'm like, I've never changed. Here, I'm still the same. It should be 6:30. Yep, don't forget sunscreen. You got it. I'm going to try to bring an umbrella. But I'm kind of in a mosh pit. I don't know if they allow that kind of stuff in arenas nowadays. My girlfriend who's going with me, she's like, can we bring those fans that shoot out water at your face or something? And I'm like, I don't know. I hope so, but we'll see. I told my hairdresser that I want to go back to bang wedge, so they have to stay in place. I cut my own hair. I just bend over, pull it down, and cut straight across, so that when I flip up, it's like this long layered hairdo, and that's it. If I ever cut it, that's all I do to it. And then it's just long layers. I don't know, but I cut my own hair. They are fans that hang around your neck and point at your face. Yep. I've got one of those in a box here. I got for Christmas one when I was going through that hormonal stage. Oh my gosh. Somebody got me one of those for Christmas, and I've got to go dig it out, I guess. But I definitely have the Disney spray bottle fan thing. When I took the boys 2 years ago to Disney, I still have that sucker around here too. You just add water to it. So I'm assuming I have to bring it empty with no fluid in it, and then I have to buy a water bottle once in the concert arena and then could fill it up. Because, they want every little dime they can get out of you. But that will be nice. Neck fans are great. You took yours to Stevie Nicks and it was worth it. I went to Stevie Nicks' concert 3 years ago in Vegas, but it was indoor arena. And that was fun. Aren't they? They're just great. They sound just like the albums. Love it. All right, guys, let's get to the practice questions then. There's no more questions. Close that down. Don't forget there's free resources at my website too y'all can dig into. This was something, I don't know if you guys can even see it. It's a little small, but it was just something I thought was cool to make note of. This is the ICD-10 book, and it's everything like cardiovascular. If you're going to code like hypertensive diseases, it's only from the I-10 to I-16. When you get another number and you go into the I-20s, you're changing. Sorry, I went from the wrong number set. Sorry. Like chronic rheumatic heart disease, the rheumatoid one is from the I-10 to the I-16, but then the hypertensive diseases is all in the 20s. Then you've got the ischemics, and then you've got the pulmonary. Kind of like I was telling you guys that if you're in the cancer codes, and those all start with the C's, I know that C1 through C4 diagnosis codes are all primary cancer site locations. But as I get into the C6s and on, I know that it's all metastasites, cancer that was at one primary location, but then it spread all over the body. So all these diagnosis codes are generally metastasized codes, and all these are primary codes. So I know if I see a cancer question where a diagnosis is needing to be picked, a lot of times I'll have two answers that are like C1, C1 something, and then I'll have another one with C6 and C6 for like A, B, C, and D. And many times during the exam, all I got to do is look through my question, see if they make any mention of cancer spreading from one location to another. If they don't, then great, I know my answer is going to be one of those smaller numbers, right? So same thing with here. If my heart disease is ischemic or pulmonary or just hypertensive, I've got different categories here, and I just need to look at whatever A, B, C, and D is, and then look through my question to see if I'm ischemic. Then I know there's only, the 26 through the 28 I have to look for. Anything not in that range, I can eliminate those answers real quick. I'm not going to be picking a hypertensive one or a pulmonary one if I'm ischemic. So I'm going to stay right here in these numbers. I thought that might be helpful for an additional way to look at things and eliminate them when looking for similarities, because normally AAPC will probably give you an answer that is an I-20 for A and another I-20 something for B, and then two of them will be I-26 for C and D. And you can just search the question, am I ischemic or hypertensive? Either one. If you're ischemic, then you know you're going to keep these two, C and D, and you'll get rid of these two. So just another observation I thought of, but I don't know how complicated that seems for you guys, but hopefully it helps somebody just to mention that they're all separated like that. Oh, Crystal, she passed. Congratulations. That's awesome. Yay. My writing is off screen. Sorry, guys. I can't see chat when I'm drawing on the board. It goes away. I have to look at it afterwards and bring it back up. I can't get it to where my computer will recognize the chat and keep it on screen. Do you do any CPCO outpatients or any reputable classes? That's the next cert I'm taking. I just finished COC, and I have the CPC for 2 years, but I can't find much about CPCO stuff. Well, the main thing you would need is the study guide for it and the practice questions. That's all I would get, is just those. All you need is the study guide from AAPC and then their set of practice questions. They should at least have 150 of them, maybe 3 A, B, and C for those. That's all you need. It's still going to be the same thing as a CPC or a COC exam. It's going to be multiple choice. You're going to use your tools to look for similarities, differences, and take that exam. That would be the best thing. Instead of taking any course or paying for tutoring, I would just study their practice exam questions that they give you. And we could also probably, let's see, let me go to here. Let me go back here. Whoops. And so if we go to AAPC, go to the practice exams. And if we go down to their, let's see, these CPMA, right here, if we go here, I would just get those practice exam questions, and then the study guide that comes with it, and that's it. Even if you could find an older version of that study guide, that's all you need. You can do the rest yourself. Compliance officer also has a lot to do with CPMA questions too. You could purchase these questions too in a bundle for $79, and then that would give you more questions there too, but because they're very similar, but you've already got the COC questions. But that's all you need. You're an old hat at passing these certification exams. I wouldn't worry about much of anything else. I wonder if they have the study guide at VitaSource. I wonder. They do. Oh, it's so expensive. So expensive. Study guides are so expensive. I don't know why they want to charge so much money for that, but you could get it in electronic version. It reads it out to you. It also comes with you can turn these books into flashcards and stuff when you're on VitaSource, if you do get it in an electronic version, which is helpful for studying and stuff. And I like the option for it to read it out to me. So when I'm doing laundry or cooking dinner, I have it do that too. But I like the paper version too. So I usually end up getting both, but that's the other option. Let me see. If we go to Google and we do shopping, I wonder if Book Run has one for cheap. Sometimes they have them for cheap, but I doubt it. I haven't seen. Yeah. I don't see that there. Let me go to Book Run. Let's see if their store has anything. Your connection is, what does that mean? Somebody hijacked their site. They have I buy from them all the time. Let's go to Abe Books. That's how I got my CPT book for 2023 this year. I got it in October of last year for $50. It was great. But Abe Books is also another place that I buy study guides and stuff from. Sometimes they don't have one either, do they? Nope. Anyway, I would just shop around, try to find me a study guide if you don't already have it. But that study guide will be much better than any course or anything else that you use. Sometimes, gosh dog, maybe, I wonder, eBay. Book Run is on eBay too. That's how I bought my book. She's just gonna have all kinds of certificates. She gets done with that. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Darn it. Anyway, I was just trying to save you some money. But all you need is the practice questions in the study guide, and you'll do just fine. For sure. My kids are hooked on Landslide. They love it. I love all of her songs. All of them are great. And their drummer is just awesome. Still talking about Stevie Nicks. Hey, Monica. What you need help with? I'm enrolled in CPC and I just received the books and don't know how to start. Well, if you go to medicalcodingbyjen.com, my website, right here, it's completely free to join my website. Go to resources, go to CPT book prep right there, and this will get you started. All you got to do is click on the picture and it'll tell you what to do. So the first thing you got to do is go through the entire book, find all these red codes, and they're going to say that this code is out of sequence, and it is. You just need to write down the page number of where it's located, because the page number where it should be is where it's flashing red, but you have to go find it, because during the middle of your certification exam, you won't have time to go find it, because they sometimes give you a range, or they don't even tell you where the code is at. They just tell you it's in some chart somewhere. And if you don't know where that chart is, it can take you 10 minutes to find a code. You won't have that time because you have literally 120 seconds per question. The time really flies. So first off is go through the entire CPT book and fix all those red codes. And then I have tons of other advice, like marking the differences between open and closed, with and without, unilateral or bilateral procedures, radiologies and do nots, eaches, which ones can you multiply, which ones do you have to add modifiers to, and crossing out anything that a CPT code descriptor says it does not have. Why have that word in there if it just is to tell you it doesn't have it? It's maddening. And then you can fix all the anatomy pictures in your CPT book, which means you go to every picture where the anatomy's drawn and you write down what does that part do for the body. You know, the matrix is part of the nail, you know, where the cells divide quickly and grow, and it contains all your protein and all that stuff. So the phalanges are the part of your fallopian tubes that scoot your little zogytes out of the ovaries and down into the uterus. So you need to put down exactly what every little part does. And then this is some tips for the ICD-10 book. And then I have a lot of other little tidbits here for you guys telling you what the differences are between parent and child codes, and how to code multiple deliveries, when one's C-section, one's cesarean, that kind of stuff. Tons of help here. And be sure and join our Discord group. which is like 24-hour. Anytime you need a question answered, you have any issues at all, you have a practice question or a study question you don't understand, you can post it in our Discord group and somebody's always there to help you. That's super handy dandy. You just download the Discord app. It's completely free, and then hit join now right here. And I have every room divided, all 17 subject areas of all the certification exams, and practice questions and practice rooms, just tons of stuff in there, all free for you. So super helpful. That's where you should start for sure. Get back to those questions. Get back to chat. Time goes by so fast. It is crazy. There you go. medicalcodingbyjen.com. That is the name of the site. In fact, I can probably just copy and paste here into chat, right? Twinkle's on a mission right now. But there's the website. I hope it's helpful for you. All right, let's get started on our first practice question for tonight. You guys tell me what you think the answer is. What is the correct meaning of the word angio? We talking mouth, water, lungs, or vessels? Start out easy before we get hard. All those do help on the exam. That's awesome. Good job, Andrea. Just put in chat what you think the answer is. I'm going to go sneak attack on my kids. They're too quiet, so they must be doing something wrong. Did Grandma come in? No. I know. Y'all need to turn the light on so it ain't so dark on her when she gets there. All right. They were good laying down watching TV. Yep. This one's easy peasy. Vessel. Good job. Medicare. Medicare program is made up of several different parts. None of them pay for anything worth a darn, but which part is affected by the HCC categories? Is it A, B, C, or D? Very much so, most of the time. Travis had a dance today after school for a luau. Whatever happened to Charmin? My son is too sweet to come back with a retort calling somebody else a derogatory term. I was so hoping he'd come back, and because I was like, did you say hello to Charmin for me? He's like, no. I'm like, dog, we came up with some really good names. Yes, this is part C. Part C is where your accurate and thorough diagnoses go through. Yeah. He's just not mean enough to call other people bad names, I guess. This one and the next one are not necessarily for CPC. I think these next two are more advanced for like maybe the CPCO, CPMA, COC, but it's just two questions. I was just curious when I saw them today if you guys would know what they were. What describes harvesting and preparation, oh, that word is so hard for me, of healthy donors' bone marrow for IV infusion to restore normal marrow function, and a recipient with an inherited or acquired bone deficiency or defect? Is it called auto, allo, heto, or autogenic? Which one would it be? I don't see much difference between B and D, do you? Yeah, we got allo. Yeah. Those are super close. Just two little letters, not even a word. But just we've got two sticks or this, a UT.
I hate to ask this.
I'm in the middle of the live and everybody can hear you.
Can you order Little Caesars again? Because we're out of pizza.
We're not out of pizza.
John ate it all. They ate all the pretzel ones last night, and they ate all the pepperoni ones, and I didn't get any.
There is pizza in there. There was 2 bags of pizza in there. Keep digging. Keep digging.
I looked. I'm in the second fridge.
Nope. I'm sorry, love. Text John and ask him to bring home some.
What?
You can text John. He's out that way and see if he'll bring you home one. Sorry. Food. My child's asking for food. Yep. 2 legs. They're walking a donor to you. Auto means yourself. So did they say something about donor or anything in this question? So what do you think the answer is? Pretzel crust. Yeah, Little Caesars. We got it last night. That was so salty though. The pizzas already have like 200,000 grams of sodium in them. And then you put a salted pretzel crust. Oh, Lord. Everybody had hypertensive renal issues last night. I love the kids too. You should have seen my child today when he came out of the dance. He was looking hysterical. They had a Hawaiian dance of some sort. Let me see if I can't get y'all. Let me see, which one is it? Is it this one? Yeah. I don't know if y'all be able to see it, but that's my Travis today. As he was getting in the car, he had a lei on his head and he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt. I just thought it was so pretty. My junior high student. It's so funny. So funny. That was my Travis. James, my Jaybird, the one that was getting bullied, he didn't go to the dance. I wish He would, but he's not into hanging out with girls yet. He's still too embarrassed to do it. Travis don't care. He'll go and he'll braid all their hair and hang out with them. He's not scared of girls like James is. Yep, he's very photogenic. He's awesome. Mine's home from college and driving you crazy. Aw. He looks like my son in the future. Aw. Oh, Travis don't care. Travis awesome. Travis happy. He's happy. He's happy I shared. It's okay. He's my little entertainer. James wouldn't have liked me sharing any pictures of him, but unless it's playing baseball. But yes, we know this question has the word donor in it. So every time I tell you guys this has the 2 sticks, ALL means somebody is walking somebody else's body part to you. That means donor, right? So yeah, B is your answer. That was a tough question. What about this question? It's got A, B, C, D, and E. Blank blood type are universal recipients who can receive blood from any donor, but can donate only to individuals with their blood type. Which one would that be? A, B, C, or D? And like I said, I don't think this question or the last one will be on the exam. I just thought they were cool questions and wanted to see. I've been playing around with the AI tools, and AI is not updated right now. It only has ICD updated to 2022. It does not have the ICD-10 guidelines for 2023 for CPT. So all of its E&M is really bad. I've asked it to make me practice questions for lives, and every question has had an incorrect theory or incorrect answers, except for 2 questions that they wrote for me so far. So it's not worth anything yet. As far as taking over our jobs or anything like that, nope. It's not going to be anywhere near anything that we can process. It's going to be just as disastrous as other things that we've tried to do to lower our cost of having medical coders. In fact, it's going to get even worse when ICD-10 goes to ICD-11. We're the last country on the planet to still be using ICD-10. ICD-10 is still a decade old. All the other countries, including the World Health Organization, all have converted over to ICD-11. And that's a whole nother ball of wax. Many people will quit the healthcare system because they're not going to want to learn that new thing, because ICD-10 codes are going to be going from 6 digits to 15 digits each, and people are just going to walk away. Well, when we went from ICD-9 to ICD-10, I doubled my income because I stayed and acted like I knew what was going on anyway, even though I didn't. I just knew I could Google it. So I did my research and stayed and asked for, okay, if I'm going to stay and do this, you're going to double my income. And I got my wish. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities. Don't worry about it. Healthcare is not going anywhere. We are the last country on the planet. Yep. And we're the last country that does not have healthcare insurance to take care of our whole entire population, which would reduce expenses because we would reduce cost because we could manage healthcare cost if it was universal. But, what do we know? We apparently know a better way than the rest of the planet does to take care of healthcare. Anyway, fake it till you make it. Seriously. Yep. Anybody got an answer for this one? And it is A. Who said that? Edith and everybody. Edith. Yep. Jada, Miggy. Yep. You guys got it right. Correct. All right. So how we take and tackle our CPC exam questions, of course, is we don't look at our question. We go straight to the answers first. We're going to go look up those differences in these codes and see what the differences are. Let's see. We're going to go 696. So if we are in the CPT book, if we're in the 2023, we're on page 512. Our differences between 10 and 20. Let's just do two at a time. If you're going to that CPT code descriptor and you're reading out the entire descriptor, like if you go to 69610 and you're reading tympanic membrane repair with or without blah, 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 you're doing it wrong. What's your one word differences between the 10 and the 20? What is it? Yes, Jody, you should be collecting any information you have or can find on ICD 11. I have a room in my free Discord where I've been tossing any information I find out about it in that room. Collect it, save it. Don't tell your boss that you're doing it. Don't tell your coworkers you're doing it. AAPC has already published some great little tidbits about what will hypertension code look like when it's ICD-11, what will diabetes look like when it's ICD-11, and they're telling us ahead of time what the codes were and what will be. Just grab that information, save it on your desktop, squirrel it away, and when you hear crap hit the fan at work, or you see all those job postings and no one knows anything, you are going to have the information that everybody's going to appear to not have, and you'll have good information that you can translate into correct answers for people when you're interviewing or demanding a pay raise. So, yes, please join my study group, even if for future reference, because I put job postings in there, I put job applications, exams in there. If you just got to scroll backwards through the history of the chat per room and scroll backwards to find anything I've ever posted in there that's super helpful. All right, that's still too much information. The difference between A and B. What's going on in 69610? What are they doing in that CPT code? It says preparation for a perforation for closure. It's a membrane repair. This one is a patch. And what's going on is somebody's had tubes placed in their ears so that their membranes can drain effectively. As a result of removing the tubes, there's a perforation in the ear, and they need to patch that back up so that it's going to heal. So this is a patch repair. Now what's going on in 20? Is that this is a graph. So in 20, the eardrum is what we're repairing. And you see the word donor area? Donor means a graph, right? So we're doing donor. All right. What's our differences between 31 and 76? And please take these one-word differences that I'm writing. Go to your CPT book. Write these words, patch, and graft underneath your CPT codes so that when you see these on the exam, and you will, these codes will be on the exam, you will already know what to search the question for. Why is my phone going off? What do you guys think the one-word differences are on the codes? On 31, we've got the ATTI attic. What's going on with the attic? ATTIC is just an external approach into the ear canal from the external, and we just need to get to the attic part, the middle ear of the ear. So that's not too bad. When is it ready? Oh, goodness. My child has made my oldest, who's out and about, a delivery person for his food. Now I gotta go log on and do it. Okay. 31. We're doing a repair of a perforation. So if you ended up getting a hole in your ear from an infection, right? That's what this is. And then 76 is a removal of a nerve. So now we just check our question. Are we doing a patch, a graft, a repair, or removing a nerve? What do you think? Let me know if it's blurry or if I need to make it bigger. Check in chat. What do you guys think? Everybody's saying B. B is correct. Easy peasy. So take any words from this one that mean that they did anything. So like there was harvested from, the graft. That's an AKA term of the graft that they used right here. That's where it was from. So that's kind of cool word. I mean, all you really needed was the word graft, but I always like the fancy terms just in case they don't say. What if they had just said they got an eardrum with tissue harvested? They just skipped the word graft from the temporis fascia, whatever. They could actually skip that word and not tell you it's a graft during the real exam to make it more difficult. So it's always good to take whatever you find in these questions and put those down there too. All right, and there's your rationale for it. Are my cats making that noise? I don't know. Let's go here to our next one. All right, what's our differences between, let's just do the 82, the 84, and 85. We'll only go to the 40 if we figure out we're in the wrong area. So what's the differences between 82 and 84? Does a graph usually correlate with plasty? Not always. Repairs can be more associated with a graph than, more associated with a repair than it can be with a graft. Depends on what you're dealing with. Sometimes a repair doesn't need a graft. 66.9. Ooh, these eyeballs. My eyes are already watering. So 82 and our 84, they both start out with extra, extra. Cataract, cataract, removal, removal, insertion, insertion, intraocular, intraocular, lens, and prosthetic. 10 words in and it's all the same, but what's your differences between the two? Yep. '85 is intra. But these two both are extras. What's your difference between these two? What does the manual or mechanical technique mean on 84? Requiring technique that not generally used for cataract surgery. 82 is an I don't know what I'm writing here, but it's not what I meant to do. This one's using an expansive device. And then the difference between it and the 84 is that manual and mechanical technique. And what they mean by manual, which is so gross, is put above the word manual, suction. SU. Oh, I hate eyeball stuff. So 82, expansion device. 84 is suction. It's the technique. And these two are extras, and this one's intra. So let's just check out our question. Verify we're extra. Figure out if we used an expansion device or was our technique suction. That's why either having my notes or watching the lives while we do these questions, you find better techniques and tips on what's needed, what's most important out of these CPT code descriptors. A lot of times it's in the parentheses, not actually what's written right after the code. Like in 82, what's in the parentheses is that iris expansion device. That's more important than anything. And then the 84, it's that difference after the comma, the manual and mechanical technique, which just translates to the suction technique. For sure. Eyeballs are rough. Rough, rough, rough. Yep, we're going to be A. We are. There's the fancy rationale for it. All right, where are we going? 4, 4, 40, 140. We're going to go there, and the 41 and the 43. We'll leave 206 alone. If we need it, we'll consider it in a minute, but let's go see what our differences are there first. Let's see. 4, 4, 4, 1, 40. We're on page 357. So what is our one-word differences here between 40 and 41? Do those two first. Don't worry about this thing yet. Because every one of the first codes is different, we don't have to worry about the secondary codes. If you pick the correct answer here, you have nothing else to fear because every answer is different. So 40 is what when 41 is what? I'm still working on this section, the digestion section. I'm on, for my notes, I'm on page 360. I still have the rest of the chapter to finish. And then I'll be done with the 2023 notes. I'm so behind this year. Life is just crazy. What do you guys think this differences are? Partial skin level. They're also, with that CECOSTOMY, they are leaving a catheter in place and going to suture it into place. So it's also going to have a catheter, the 41. So skin level with cath. The 41 is just a partial. Our 43, what's our one word difference about the 43? What about 43? It's got a closure in it, right? So we're closing something. Yep. Very good, Rachel. Perfect. So let's see. Are we in the right area? Yep, they could say Hartman or they could say closure for that 43. This question doesn't have either of those, so we can exclude the 43. But out of 41 and 40, which one do you think it is? Now, remember guys, 41 is a child code, right? It's a child. So that child code includes everything that mama is too. Which code is its mama? Mama code is our 40, right? So our child is everything mama is up until that semicolon, right? So 41 has in it the partial colectomy. It just does not have the anemostasis in it. Anemostasis is where they take that long tubular thing, cut out part of it, and then reattach the circular parts of the tube back together again after they took out what was blocked in there. So it just does not have anemostasis in it. Our question has a partial colectomy, which is mama, right? That's mom and 40. But the child code has in it with this right here. If you look at the second word where it says skin level, CECO or COLO, So this is just the child code by itself because it includes what mama has in it. So we know our answer is A. Because A has everything mama has in it up until the semicolon. And that goes with 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Those are all children of 40. So every one of those codes from 41, 42, 43, 45, 46, and 47 all have partial colectomies in them. Every single one of them. Then when we get to the new indentation way over near the code, and we go to 44150, that's a new mama code. And her only child is 51. Then we have another mama in 55. And she has a couple of children all the way down to 58. And then we have another mama at 60. So I hope that makes more sense and helps. Does that make sense? You're confused, Casey? Okay, let me turn on my camera real quick. Hold on. Okay. All right. Our mama code right here in 40 is a colectomy partial. And then there's this tiny little semicolon. Sometimes it takes a minute for the camera to zoom in properly. Where that semicolon is where mama ends for any codes that come after her. This is what, from the semicolon over, is what makes mama unique to herself. And that's the amostasis. Amostasis is just where they take a part of a tube out, cut it out, and then they reattach the tube back together again after they took out part of the bad part that was there. And they have to do it at both ends where they cut the big part out. So that's all this is. And mama does that. It's a partial colectomy with that anemostasis. Now her child code is indented underneath her where it's scooted over. She is, this 41 includes that partial colectomy, but instead of having the amostasis, it has with skin level cystectomy or colectomy, either one. Then 43 has the partial colectomy mama in it, no amostasis, but then it has a closure included in it. 44 has that partial colectomy with a resection in it, and none of those other things. 45 has a partial colectomy with it, with a copoprocto. They went in the anus for something or another, rectum somewhere. They did a segment of the copulum removed, through the rectum, to the rectum. They went down to the no-no zone right there in 45. So, does that make more sense? Ooh. I finally made it to live and took my CPC exam last week and passed. Thank you for all the videos. Aw, you're welcome, Alicia. Congratulations. You're the second person to come on tonight and let me know. I really appreciate you coming back to tell me that you passed. That's awesome. I'm glad to have made it a difference for you and that the videos helped a whole bunch. Casey, did that help you out? You are so welcome, Casey. No worries. I'm glad that helps. I have this thing on my website too. I don't know if it does any good, but under resources, that CPT book prep, I have that one page here that you can read. It talks about the CPT book and the differences right there of the mama and the child. If you want to read that, it's got some examples in it. And also, get rid of that and go back here. At the front of your CPT book, very, very front, where it's called XIV, it says instructions for use of the CPT book. Right there, that format where it talks about this example of 25100 and 25105, it talks about the differences between the mama and the child code, but in a lot more technical terms. I give them a mama name and a child code name to make it simpler to see, because I have to associate things if I'm going to learn it. But that's what they're trying to explain to you in these instructions on how to use the book. So maybe that might be helpful too, to read the fancier terms, but hopefully that'll help. Oh, wrong one. I turned off my mic again. Okay, there we go. Get back to the questions. Congratulations on all those that passed. Hey, Twinkle. I had her on a mission. Alicia just passed. That is so awesome. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for coming back to let us know. I went to my first chapter meeting in Austin. That's great. How was it? My favorite people in the whole world. Aw. Good to see y'all. Oh, Lord, these ads on my YouTube, man, they're so frustrating, right? I haven't gone anywhere, just reading chat. Well, we can get a German version of the ICD-11 sent to the United States. Can you read German? Oh my gosh. Y'all are ready to double your income, huh? Y'all aren't playing. Congratulations, Janet. I hope you can use that membership that YouTube just gifted you. I hope that's helpful. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Who else? Oh, very cool. Congratulations, guys. I hope y'all can use those workshops. You got Google Translate. Oh my God, that would be so hard though. Oh my gosh. We having to translate these meanings of these books. Oh my gosh. That's what we need ChatGPT for, is to translate our books from German. I'm telling you, we're the only country on the planet that's not already using ICD 11. It's shameful, shameful, shameful. Okay, let's go see what is our differences. I'm going to be using, looking at associations. So I would not look up the 202 because it's too far away numerically to these codes. So I'd look up these first. So what's the difference between the 35 and the 36 code? 43235. Where are we going to be? We're going to be on page 342. What do you guys think? I was able to connect with two ladies who work for the company. Ooh, nice. I really feel these videos Jim put together help my brain focus on keywords stand out. That's awesome. So I took all the AAPC practice exams in 2 time and to get full 100 questions. Yep, for the 4 hours. Yep. You got to get your speed up because that will kill you if you sit there and spend as much time as we do on these questions. I mean, unless I'm doing it in a workshop, we take our time, and you can't do that. You only got 120 seconds, so you really do have to get your time up. Good job, Alicia. A lot of do nots on these codes. All right. 4, 3, 5, and 3, 6. There are, but luckily our question doesn't have any other codes with them, so we don't even have to worry about that at all. I still don't see my one difference between 35 and 36 that I would like. What? Ooh, well, maybe. Victoria has one of them. 36 is an injection. What is our 35? What's our one-word difference between 35? This is an injection. $39 is our biopsy. I've seen that. But what is 35? What's going to be going on in our MD notes? What are they going to say they did for that one? There you go, Charisse. Brushing. They're going to be brushing some hair. So I would just look in the question from the bottom up. Did we collect a biopsy? Did we do an injection? Or did we brush some stuff out? That's all. This one's going to be like how many pages? I don't know. 3 pages. Four pages? Lots. 4 pages. Big old long case. Multiple biopsies of the atrium. How did they do the biopsies? Because I know the injections out of out of whack, right? We won't be doing that. But brushing, or the last one that said biopsies, brushing could be biopsies because we brush scrape a bunch of stuff in there to do, got to just make sure it's not brushing for the biopsies, or did they really do biopsies? Probably biopsies, huh? A scope advanced, unremarkable, multiple biopsies taken. They're not brushing, right? Didn't see anything brush because all they did was introduce the scope and take the biopsies. Nothing was brushed and irrigated. Okay, cool. That's pretty simple. Right there with the word biopsies. Ooh, somebody became a member. Thank you, thank you. I hope it helps you out as much as it helps me out. Alicia says, yeah, I think timing helped to pretend the practice ones were the real thing. I had 25 minutes to spare. Perfect. And after I answered all the questions on the exam, I was able to go back to the flagged ones. That's perfect. That's awesome. You know you're going to pass if you can end the exam early. If you linger too long and you're working all the way up till they kick you out of the room, then it's usually a struggle to pass. So you want to be able to end that exam early. So really work on your speed and accuracy. And this one said biopsies. We only have really one code that could be biopsies. The brushing can collect biopsies, so be careful with that one. But they didn't say anything about brush in here, so I'm perfectly fine with the 39, I think. That's what we're going to be doing. Yep, 39. All right. Don't worry about all the stuff that comes in behind. Put blinders on during the exam. Get yourself down. Just the first codes first. It's probably a difference between A and D since they're both the same start out code. Let's go see what that code is and make sure we're actually in that area, and that should be the code. Just go check it out real quick. 65220. Oh, it's a child code. We can't do much with it. We need to see what mama is. Mama is the 05. So it's a removal of a foreign body, external eye, cornea, and no lamp was used. That's how we know what everything is. Just in case y'all needed to know. 10 is just conjunctive in the conjunctive. It's not in the eye. This is cornea. And 22 is with the lamp. So let's check out our question real quick and see what we did. And this one's 2, so let's go down here to the bottom. Nothing there worth a darn. How did we remove whatever it was? We did use the lamp, and there is only one code with the lamp in it. What would be your answer? And it's actually not the 220. because that one is without lamp. So is the 10. The only one with a lamp is our 222. That's it. Good job. Big old fancy rationale with that, but all you needed to know was the lamp. Genie in the lamp. So don't panic when you see all this stuff back here. Just ignore it. Pay attention to the very first codes. They're all different. So if you get this right, then you don't have to worry about what comes next. The ones that are the closest on this one is the 79 and 78. Those are super close, so I'd go check out those two first. Our 75, 7, 7, 8, and 9 are on page 493. What is my one-word differences on those? I'm just checking chat to see. Super helpful with the cardio system. Which video is best to watch for the cardiovascular section? The workshop that I did in February. 75 questions. Just stop, pause them. Work all the questions, see if you can't get them right. Did we use sutures or not? Really, that's all there is. No sutures or sutures. Let's see in our question. Did we use sutures? $79 did, $78 did not. Here we go. We have the word suture. It's all you needed to look for. We do have the word suture, so I would just pick A and move on with my day. Did you guys get it right? Eyes, eyes, eyes. The website changed their protocol, though. You can only use it once. So use it well. I don't know why Wix changed it that way. It used to work multiple times, but now it only works once. I don't know how to fix that. Sometimes this one works too. If you're on Etsy, it's I will be a CPC. But on my website, it does not have the A on it. But I hope those are helpful. All right. This one, the first thing we got to figure out, are we a 60 or are we a 61? What's our one-word differences between those two codes? 69. We've already been in these codes, I think. 69, 66. Somewhere around here, 660 and our 61. Are we doing a foot plate with the drill out or not? That's it. Let's see. We look from the bottom up. Did we do foot plate? There it is right there. Super easy. So then we know we did a 61. We can get rid of our 60s, get them out of the way. Then it's just, do we have 2 diagnosis codes or do we have 1 diagnosis code? Let's check out our question. What was the patient's diagnosis? They have hearing loss associated with this. Is that 1 or 2 diagnoses? B or D? Anybody else gonna guess? Or is Jada the only brave soul out there? More times than not, AAPC is testing you during your exam to see if you will overcode. And if you ever have a guess between the difference between 1 diagnosis to take care of something that appears to be 2 things, or the difference of 2 diagnosis codes, more often than not, it's not 100%, but I'd say over 90% of the time, it's just going to be the one with the 1 answer. Because they're just testing you to see if you know that this is combined all into 1 diagnosis code. If you do go down and look in the second book, you will see that H8091 is all of this, and it says the whole thing in the 1 diagnosis code. So if you don't want to look in 2 different books because you've already looked at the CPT book and you got to slow down to go to the ICD-10 book, be sure and don't look up the second code first, because if you did look up that, it's going to have one of these in it, and it's going to make you think that it's a separated code. But this, more often than not, you can be a betting person. If it's a difference between 1 or 2 diagnosis code, always pick the answer with the 1 diagnosis code. You'll be right more times than you will be wrong, for sure. If time's running short and you don't have time to look in 2 books for 2 different things, feel fairly confident that you can just pick the 1 diagnosis and move on, because they're only going to pick combo codes and try to trick you. That's all that's going on there. All right. If you're reading the question, you're doing it wrong, Please don't read the question. We're going to look up the differences between these codes first, right? So our 7 and 8 are super close. They're the closest out of these. So I'd start out looking at these two codes to see what the difference is first. And then just search the question for that difference. That's all you got to do. 07 is what? And what is 08? One's a mama, one's a child. So I would just look to see what makes the child different from the mother. The mother is just a retinal detachment. Nothing else goes with that. For the child has the vet with it, where the mama has the buckling. So did we do a vet or vit or the sclera? What did we do? Right there. Is that going to be included in the other one? Good night. Okay, why are we there? I don't know why we're there. Come on. No, no, no. You can do better than that. What are you doing? That one. Okay. We're back. Yep. It has buckling there too. Yep. So what are you going to do when it has both? But it appears that mama and child if you look at 08, it has buckling underneath it too. In the last part of the descriptor and or removal of lens technique, it's got buckling in there too. Wonder if Mom came in. Yeah. All right. We've got 2 that are 21 and 2 that are 36. Let's go see what our differences are. Ours 94, 94, 694, 21 is a mama code. Good. What's our 36? It's a mama code. One's a my ring, and then 36 is a temp. First, let's figure out, are we a my ring or a temp? That'll help out more than anything. I have just one page or two? Just the one. So what are we repairing? Are we repairing the my ring or tin pan? I see our tin pan right there. So we're going to keep our B and C. The modifier's the same, so we don't have to worry about that. We just got to check out our diagnoses. Are we going to be a 65.3 or a 0.1? What's our differences between those two? That will help out more than anything. What is our differences? Mama, she passed too? A third one for tonight? Oh my goodness. Really? Thank you for coming back to tell me you passed. Thank you so much. She passed her test on Saturday. I know if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have. Aw. Thank you. That makes my night. I love to know that I made a difference individually in you guys' life by sharing what I think are helpful techniques in taking this exam, and that I made it a little easier for you guys. And then that way you can get a better job, better career for you and your family. And I just think it's great. That's awesome. Even if y'all never bought a thing from me at all, or ever did a thumbs up or a heart on anything, y'all just watched and observed. Thank you for putting a little bit of faith in me and trying out these techniques, and then it, made a difference. That means everything to me. That's great. Yay. All right. What is our differences? I didn't look them up. What's our differences? We've got, normally I would pick C if I was running low on time, because that's more out than the other one, because you want to code to your specificity, and more often than not the answer is the bigger the diagnosis code, right? But in this particular answer I would have gotten it wrong if I just guessed, because our answer is the smaller number. But one of my techniques is, more often than not, you pick the higher or the bigger or the longer code, because it often is the answer. But this one's different. We needed to go and see what our little difference is between the 65.3 and the 0.1. And it makes sense that the 0.1 is a more generic diagnosis, and our 0.3 is actually a more specific than a 0.113, because still the 0.1 is still the very first diagnosis in that area. Where they get complicated, the more higher points you go up. But if I wasn't paying attention, I would have just guessed. I would have just guessed the C on that one, probably, knowing me. Thank you, Mama. That's awesome. I will toss that back in and give somebody free YouTube membership. Let's see who can win this one. Thank you so much. I'll let YouTube pick the winner. And let's see. Let's see. This is from Mama. She's given away this one for sending me the $5. Edith just won. Congratulations, Edith. I hope that helps you out. All right, I got 2 more questions, And then we'll wrap it up for tonight. Let's see, what's our differences here? We've got our 6-5, I guess 1-0 or 0-1 or 0-3. Boy, they're all over the place. Let's see, 6-5, 1-0-3. 6-5, 1-0-3. Thank you for giving back. That's awesome. 6-5, 1-0-3. All right, that's a child code. So we have to look at the mama code. This is an EN of the I with implant. Our 93 is with implant too, but it's an EV, right? Boy, they're all together. This is an EX with contents only. Contents only. And then the 130. Where are you at? 5. 130 is in another, it's secondary implant. So it wouldn't be with the eye removal. This is secondary. And it's secondary. After an EV. EV. Let's see what we did. What do you guys think the answer is with this one? ENUC? ENUC? Y'all are seeing ENUC? What we're doing is what we did was so EV equals leaves sclera. So that's codes 91 and 93. EN, which is 01, 03, and 05, remove entire eyeball with nothing left behind. Takes the whole thing out. All intact, takes it all. No implant put in. So now that we know these differences, we see that we scrape the inside of the sclera and only the outer sclera remains. So we know that we have to use only one of these two codes because we left the sclera. So first thing, whenever you're dealing with any of these codes from 91 and the rest of the page, figure out where your sclera is. That's step one. If your sclera got taken, you know you're going to be here. If it did not get taken, it's left behind, you know your answer is going to be one of those two. That will help you out a whole bunch. So, do we have a 91? Nope. We only have the 93. So that tells you what your answer is by simply looking for the sclera. Then you don't have to worry about anything else on this particular question anyway. So be sure and get that written down next to your charts, your eyes. No, I've never deleted any member videos at all. Some of them probably should be, since they're like, I started out like 2 years ago, but I just leave them all up. I took down one live video 2 years ago, but it was a long time ago. Somebody had made some mean comments on it, and I couldn't figure out how to get them removed or something, and I think I made it private. But that was a 2 year ago TikTok live. It had nothing to do with a workshop or anything like that. It was just some mean person. And I still haven't went back and restored it. I don't know. Hadn't done that. But it's not got anything to do with anything that should be helpful for you guys nowadays. All right. Last one for tonight. We've got our 85 and then our difference between it and the 88. Digestion, I think, again, right? 4, 5. 4, 5, 3, 85. 85 and 88. 88 is out of sequence. It's on page 381 on column 1. So it's right across the hall. 88 is ablation. 85 is a snare. Did we use a snare or did we ablaze? What did we do? Snares right here at the bottom. So we're going to get rid of C and D. Then we just need to know, do we have one procedure or two? Did we do a biopsy with the snare? I see biopsies here. Can we use two codes under the same header? And they're both children codes together under the same mama and put them together like this? Or would we just consider the 85? What's your guidelines say on this? Can we put two children codes together? You can't tell the difference anymore of what? Oh, you're. Oh, I know. My oldest made me go into the eye doctor this week. He stood behind me while I made an appointment. I'm like, it's not that I can't read or see what I'm reading. It's what comes out of my mouth that is wrong. Yes, B is our answer. We can add those two children codes together. Good job. Good job, guys. Perfect. Well, I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much, Twinkle, for popping in. I know you've had a long day today. And I appreciate everybody else who's been here. I hope it's been helpful. I am going to go to that concert tomorrow night with my boys' friend's mama, Trey's mama. I'm trying to remember what her name is before tomorrow. But I know her as Trey's mom, so, you know, I mean, we're just parents, so we become obsolete, but she's going to go to a journey with me. So then I got to go to Vegas on Saturday, but I'm still going to be back in time to do a live with you guys on Saturday night if y'all are around. If not, you can watch the replay because it'll be free. I am still doing the duck class in the morning at 8:30. If you guys want to join in, there's still some room. You can join in. It's going to be advanced questions, so don't feel bad if you get a lot of them wrong. But I hope they're helpful. Super tough questions, but again, I just hope they're helpful. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning or Saturday night or Monday back for the free live here on YouTube. We'll do it 6:30. And I will try to do some streaming of the Journey concert on TikTok from my seats where I'm short. So I'm in like this mosh pit front area of the stage, but to the left. So I'm left front mosh pit side of the stage. So I'm short. I'll do my best, but maybe y'all can see some of the concert from TikTok tomorrow night. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. How do you join the class? I can put the link here in the thing for you. Let me get there real quick. Oh, yeah, I am here. Just click out of that and get here and show you here. Yep. You'll just go here to tutoring and workshops on my website. When you do that, you'll just click book now and you'll click tomorrow's date. Then you'll click the time and then you'll hit next and it'll let you book it. Let me put it in chat real quick. And if by chance you can't show up or something like that, you can watch the replay for 30 days. After 30 days, the videos get put on for the YouTube membership members for them to watch the replay. But that's the link. That's how you do it. We'll do 2 hours in the morning. Just click on the date and it changes from saying not available to available for you. You're welcome, Jeanette. I hope you can find all the videos. Be sure and go Google YouTube membership benefits and how to look them up so you can find all your stuff. Not always, Jada. I thought my second attempt was a lot easier, but I took it online. I thought the questions were a lot easier and shorter and to the point on the online exam than they were on the in-person exam. A lot of people still say that, but that was back in 2019. I don't know if it is the same thing, but I thought the online exam was a whole lot easier. The in-person exam, I wasn't trying to pass. I was there to audit the exam and see what I needed to study based off the exam. But I thought those questions looked really long and scary. I was really surprised at the online exam and how small it was and easier it was for me to get through it. I was trying, but I had refused to learn E&M because that was too confusing. And then I couldn't find any question or any answers in the medicine section or lab and path. So I had 3 sections that I had no idea what was the descriptor on the code. And I still passed, so. All right, guys. I'm going to get off here and get to prepping for tomorrow's class. I will see you guys in the morning if you're joining me. And I hope this has been helpful. Love you guys. I will see you later.